Hi, how are you? It's good to be here today.
Don't get me taking on George's licks.
Okay, so if you had to describe their sound, what would you say?
You know, even though I'm in the radio business and I love music, um, my perspective comes from that of a listener. And it's ear candy. It sounds good. It makes me feel good. I'm entranced when I watch them perform. Technically, I couldn't tell you. I, I don't know what the scientific term is. All I know is that I've listened to tons and tons of bands, and some of them sound okay, and after 15 minutes, I'm ready to move on. I never get tired of listening to the composition, the synergy that they have, and so I must feign ignorance and say I don't know technically what it is. All I know is it's good. It's great. People love it, and it works.
Well, I've been with Spur of the Moment, working with them since 1992, and it's been a lot of fun. I've been out of the country with them. I've mixed on all their live gigs, and they've worked with Mickey Howard and everybody. Christopher, what's his name? Christopher Williams and Allison. Everybody. We go out of town and we have a good time going out of town. They did a excellent job in getting it done. It takes longer to get it, get to put all the pieces together. It's a hard thing to do, but this particular CD is done well, and I'm sure that everybody, when you listen to it, you'll hear the final thing. But I mean, we worked very hard on putting it together and making sure that it kept that live intensity.
Turn around, look at the camera.
We'll do it.
You can't accommodate me. You don't even know why. What's my name again? What's my name? See?
Walter
What did he call me?
Downing.
Walter.
I Walter Downing here.
Man, there's just too many
See?
people.
Well, I became a fan and a friend of Spur of the Moment back in 90, it's a long time ago. And we did something together for WHUR at Constitution Hall. It was a Valentine's Day concert, and me and Angela Bofield sang together, and Spur was the band. And subsequent to that, we got together and had done a few shows together where they opened up for me, and they're just a great band. You don't really get to see and hear great bands anymore. think the one thing that people should know about Spur of the Moment is that they're exceptionally talented musicians that have something to say. I think that you'd be missing an opportunity of a lifetime if you don't jump on the bandwagon right now, whether it be buying their CD, whether it be signing them to a major recording deal, whether it be booking them for a concert. I mean, you can't go wrong with this band. They're multi-talented, and they're very sincere about what they're doing.
I think I've worked with two other bands in addition to Spur of the Moment. And what I liked about Spur of the Moment was that we didn't even get a chance to rehearse my material. We went on radio live, and basically we discussed it. We discussed what needed to be done, and they went out and did it. In my opinion, that speaks volumes to their level of professionalism and their ability to actually, cut the mustard. So that's what I like about them. You can't teach. I think Spur of the Moment, in my opinion, is multifaceted in the sense that they have a strong groove, yet at the same time they have like nice harmonic things happening throughout their songs, and the energy is really high level. And playing with them now, I think, I hope and I think that they're going to go a long way. I'm really appreciative of that energy level, the old school energy, coupled with the harmonies, the jazz harmonies and stuff like that, and just a serious attitude towards the music. I like that a lot. If today is any if today is an example of what they have to offer to the nation, then the nation should definitely embrace them. Definitely. It's just I enjoyed my experience. As you can see, a smile all over my face. I enjoyed my experience with Spur of the Moment, and I wish them well and much success. And I think that they're right. They're ready. They're ripe. They're ready. They're ready to go.
I love those guys. I think they are so sweet. Each one's personality is wonderful, and it's so nice being around them. They're like my brothers, and I really wish the best for them, and I'm very supportive of anything that they're doing from now on. Well, I think it's about time that they stepped up on their own and became a well-known jazz group around the world, actually. These guys really deserve it. They've been waiting so long, and they've been working so hard, and they've been so dependable, and I just think it's time for them to be stars.
That's my idol. I'm gonna be playing with George.
Everyone that comes to like the DC, Baltimore, Virginia area has used the band, and they have nothing but praises for them. They're great musicians. Some of them I want to steal, but I don't want to break the band up to use for my crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 96.3 WHUR. We're in it right now. And he needs no further introduction, but here he is joining Spur of the Moment right now. Ladies and gentlemen, George Benson!
Spur of the Moment has a classic, classy kind of a sound. They have a smooth sound. They're not so smooth that they put you to sleep, though, not smooth jazz or anything like that. They have enough funk in their music to keep it interesting, but at the same time, they have a certain polish to them. I think even though they were very good before, you can hear the growth and the steps that they've taken to perfect their art. Their vocals are clearer. Their playing is crisper. You know, the whole thing is a step ahead. You see a change, an evolution, and I'm sure that they'll have even more. Even though we think they're as good as they can be, they'll probably be even better later on. The spirit of the forest come alive till the day is dawning. You can throw out all your blues and hit the city lights, 'cause it's music in the air and lots of love from day to night. All night, tonight.
In case anyone is wondering, this is not a watch. This is a bracelet because my daughter was born this morning, and so I have to keep this bracelet on in order to see her once I get back to the hospital. Sydney, I can't wait. I'm on my way.
And then after that, he goes back to the halfway house. I think this record has a lot of funk flavor to it, and you know, just the funk we put on the Scotty and Party Vibe tune. Kevin has fun playing that live. I think Kevin has a lot of flavor to the group. Kevin Prince with this percussion thing, because he's asleep right now.
I think my favorite song on this CD was definitely the Mesa track. Longer Than Forever, featuring Mesa Leak from Incognito. I am a big, super big Mesa fan.
Of course, it had nothing to do with you arranging the song, did it?
Well, it didn't have anything. It actually had nothing to do with me arranging the song. The arrangement is quite simple. Mesa's voice
Yeah, she does
on
phenomenal.
the record
Mesa
just blows
Leak
me. I mean, I
does.
played that Positivity CD thousands and thousands and thousands
Bluey
of
did
times.
a great job of producing that, and then actually, after listening to her get produced by Bluey, actually getting in the studio and producing her, I play with Mesa Leak outside the group on occasion, but I can't, and she's great.
A key person that I felt really helped with the production of this particular CD had to be Kevin Jackson. Kevin doesn't do a lot of jazz, but he does a lot of good R&B, and he definitely gave us an edge that I don't think we would have gotten with any other producer. And Kevin's laid back demeanor also relaxed us into opening ourselves up to a lot of different ideas. I mean, he doesn't. 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 He does force his production on you, but he gives you an idea, and he says, well, check this out. How you feeling on this? And his ideas I thought were great. Not only is he a good engineer, and he engineered the entire project, but he's also just a great producer, and he works well with artists.
Right.
And writer.
No,
Right.
definitely a good songwriter.
And yeah, I think Kevin Jackson was key also from the end that he pushed this group.
Yeah.
He pushed us places that not necessarily we wanted to be at first, and found out there are comfort levels at those places. And then he pushed the project. He pushed for us to finish. When we would tire out, he would be like,
or if we were dragging our feet.
You would hear about it. John started, on the other hand, as a producer, worked on the first record. He was the only other outside producer. And Longer Than Forever, from this record, actually came as a remake from our first record. We just thought we could do it differently. We thought, and we produced Longer Than Forever this time without John. So we did it differently. But he produced 2 other tunes, Midsummer Nights.
2 great songs on the
Dream, yeah, and In My Corner, and wrote and produced those songs. And once again, he had more time to understand his craft. He had more time to listen to us as a band develop. And then he had more time to develop his craft as songwriting. And then he came up with these dynamite songs. And then he pushed Kenny as a vocalist, because John's an excellent vocalist. So he really pushed Kenny to become an excellent vocalist. And Kenny did his best work.
And when he came in with the tunes, he said to me, I got a lot of songs, but these songs are you all. So, he was comfortable enough to know the group that well.
And he does
and
have
to present
a lot
those
of
tunes.
songs.
Yeah, he got a boatload of songs. But he knows us well enough.
He also added color to the ballad towards the end of the CD called For Me that Kenny and I worked on. And he put the icing on that.
Right.
People like Gladys Knight, George Benson, Al Jarreau, you grow up singing their songs, you know what they've done in their careers, and then you're sharing the stage, you can actually see what kind of people they are. And sometimes, people aren't the best people, you expect so much.
Right.
But we've been fortunate. Most of the artists that we work with have been really pleasant people.
Yeah, I gotta say, almost every single artist that we've worked with has been great. Almost every single artist.
Right.
And each one, good.
From the Will Downings to Al Jarreau's to definitely Angie Bowfield's, Mickey Howard.
Howard Hewitt?
Yeah, Howard, Miles J.
You learn something from each one. There's a different lesson to learn with every artist.
And I think that's why God, the Creator, has allowed us to work with so many artists and not had a featured CD or of our own, not been a featured artist yet. And that's why I think Coming Out of the Shadows establishes us as a featured act. And because we've done so many people, we gained so many lessons, now it's ready to take the exam time. Okay, I think we scored an A on this exam.